Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I'm going to talk about shortage of estrogen injections. I don't know if it's just a California thing or a regional thing where I'm at, but there is literally shortage of estrogen, and I'm a little scared. So before we begin, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to help your girl out. So let's get started. Okay. So basically, I want to say like about two and a half weeks ago, I get a newsletter, like a letter in the mail from my medical insurance. I have Kaiser. So they send me a letter. I open it up. I'm thinking it's a bill or something. And it's saying like, hey, just to let you know, your estradiol, like estrogen shots, my injections that get and pick up from my pharmacy, are short. It's shortage. It's short. There's a shortage of it, and they were saying like it had something to do with like Pfizer. Like there's a something with Pfizer with the COVID shot. Pfizer. That's the reason why there's a shortage. So I'm just kind of like, what the heck? So basically, I just finally got my estrogen, but I'm on the pills, and so I'm gonna tell y'all this story, this what's going on, because I don't know if y'all are going through it too, but I just want to let y'all know like I'm going through it too over here. So basically, I after I got done with my last injectable for my estrogen, I go run and do a blood test, and this was like 2.5 weeks ago, you guys. I run and do a blood test, right? So I'm just sitting here. I'm like, what is going on? So I do the blood draw. So my endocrinologist tells me like, okay, like the dosage that you're on is awesome, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go ahead and I order a refill of my estrogen, my estradiol. So I go ahead and I order them. So the needles and everything and the syringes are available for pickup, but not my estrogen. So I go to Kaiser. I usually go like I get off work late, so I usually just run to the pharmacy because there's like nobody there, and it's a 24-hour pharmacy at Kaiser. So I go over there. I'm like, hi, I'm ready to pick up my prescription. And so they're like, what prescription is it? It's so annoying because it's like, girl, why do you want me to say what I'm picking up? Like, you know what I'm picking up. Like, don't play with me. Okay. And I don't feel like saying estrogen, like, in front of other people. Like, that is so embarrassing. So, I go pick it up. She's like, oh, yeah, the syringes and the needles are ready, but like the vial, the estrogen vial is not ready. Like it's delayed or whatever, but it should be here in a couple days. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold off and wait on picking up the needles and all that. Like I'll just pick it up all in one group. So I'll be back in a couple days. So I think it was like a Monday. So I go back in on Wednesday. I'm there and I'm like, hi, it's the same lady. I'm here to pick up my stuff. And so I'm there on Wednesday, and then like all of a sudden she looks in the computer. She's like, it's still not here. Like, can you wait? Like, maybe come back tomorrow. Like, it should be here tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. So I leave again. So I come back. It's Thursday, you guys. It's Thursday. I come back. Whoop de whoop. It's still not here. So I'm like, what the heck? So it's Thursday. I'm telling my coworker about it. I tell her a lot about like my trans stuff, because she used to have a friend that's trans, and so like she's kind of like my grandma. So she's like my second mom, second grandma. So I was just telling her, I was like, these people are playing with me. Like I'm paying too much money for Kaiser anyways for them to be playing like this. So stuff like that. And she was like, right. And so I basically go look at my my med my med my I have the Kaiser app. So I look on the little app or whatever, and it shows that my estrogen has not even been ordered. So I'm like, what? So I go ahead and I order it. And so I'm like, this is crazy. So I go in that night of after I get off work, I let them know. I'm like, why are you telling me like it was coming within like a day, a couple days, whatever? So it's Thursday night, y'all. So they're like, oh my goodness, like that is crazy. So I even talked to my pharmacist too, or my endocrinologist. I was letting her know, it's like there's a shortage of like estrogen shots, so like I don't know what's going on. So the lady said until August, like around August, like end of August of this year, then they should like the shortage should be picked back up or whatever. So my endocrinologist said, no, we're gonna put you on estrogen valerate or whatever. So it's basically the same thing that I'm taking, but the dosages is gonna be more to for the quantity to match the quantity of the other estrogen that I'm taking. So I'm like, okay. So I was just like, okay. So I go back in there and on Thursday night and I let them know. So they were saying like, oh, it's so they're even kind of like, okay, this girl keeps coming back. Like, let me do my job. So they go ahead and they're calling other Kaisers in like in my area. So I had to go to another Kaiser. It was 30 minutes away from me. And this was like a like 10:30 at night, you guys. Like I'm tired. So um she literally like so she calls like another Kaiser that has it. So I drive. I told her, I said, I don't care where it's at. Like just tell me and I'll go down there and get it because I it's been a week and it's like I have not been on my estrogen. Like I've been having mood swings, everything like that. So she was like, okay, yeah, like I understand. So um we go. So I'm driving down to the next Kaiser. So luckily she called. They have it. So I went down there to get it. So I went down there all the way 30 minutes. It's like 10:30 at night. This Kaiser, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it is a lot bigger. But the type of people in there looked a little like crazy. Like if you even look at them wrong, like they look like the type that are gonna like fight you or whatever, say some crazy mess to you. So I was just in there trying to hurry up and get my stuff and get out. So I go ahead, I go to the window. I'm like, hi. Like, I drove 30 minutes. So it's 11 o'clock at night, you guys. It's 11 o'clock at night. So I'm tired. And then I had to be up at work at 6 a.m. the next morning. So go figure. So I'm like, hi, I'm here. I just came from the other Kaiser. I'm here to pick up my estrogen. So they're like, oh, it's not ready yet. Like in 15 minutes, like in 15 minutes, come back in 15 minutes. Oh my God, drove 30 minutes down here and it's not even that packed up in here. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, hurry up and like, get my stuff ready. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, oh, I can't stand that. Like, it was like ghost town up in the hospital too. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, so I wait 15 minutes. I'll look at the clock and I added 15 minutes to the clock and I'm sitting here waiting. So while I'm waiting, I'm hearing crazy people talking crazy. And one girl's cussing out security, talking about some, oh, it's you see me here every single day. Like my grandmother is, um, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word on here, but like passing away type stuff. And, she's just cussing out security, crying and stuff. And I'm just like, on my phone. Like I don't hear or see nothing. So all of a sudden, 15 minutes go by. I go in, and then they're like telling me like, oh, just to let you know, like, we can't give you your estrogen. And then there's like this lady that came out, and so she's like, yeah, like I didn't know. Like, is it okay if I like tell you like right now or because there was some people in the room and I'm like, girl, anything that has to do with my personal medical business, I don't want spread like in front of everyone. Like that is HIPAA. Like that you can get fired for that. So I literally was like, okay, well, can we walk around the corner and then like we can talk? She was like, how about I call you? And I was actually a smart move on her end because she was going to deliver me some bad news. So she calls me on my phone, you guys. And so I'm literally like in the hallway, um, and Kaiser. And so she's like letting me know, like, we can't give it to you because it's an intramuscular injection. So not a subcutaneous. So what I would take is a subcutaneous injection. I would do it myself where I just stick it in my thigh or whatever and then do it. These injections are called intramuscular. So like they put it like on your butt muscle and then like inject it there. And I'm not trained to do that. And not only that, you have a sciatic nerve like back there, and if you puncture that, you're gonna mess your whole nervous system up. So, yeah. So basically, and then she was like, I apologize. I'm pretty heated at this point because it's been like a week and a half, I think already. It's already been a week and a half. Like, this is crazy. So I'm just kind of like, I'm really annoyed at this point, and I've let them know. I'm like, and like I came all the way like over there. She's like, I understand, and I think she was lying because they literally, because the people I left there and they were saying, well, she's on her way to pick it up, so she knew I was coming. But she was like, yeah, they didn't let me know that you were coming. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, oh, like whoop de whoop. And I'm literally, she's like, I'm gonna send a message to your endocrinologist right now. So I'm just looking at her like, you got me bent. And it was 12 o'clock at night, you guys, when I left. It was 12 o'clock at night. So I'm pretty heated. In 6 hours, I had to be up for work. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So here it is, a week and a half. So I send a message to my doctor about, um, I sent a message to my doctor about like the incident that happened. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen. So of course, it was Thursday. She wasn't in the office until Monday. So I had to wait until Monday, and that's when she reached back out to me. So I was really irritated. So Monday comes, she messages me back. She's like, I'm so sorry about like this whole mess. She said like, okay, my best advice is that I can put you back on the pill. I said, well, the reason why I'm not on the pill anymore and I'm on injections is because my body was not absorbing the estrogen pills. Like it wasn't absorbing all of it. I don't know why it just wasn't. So she said, oh, okay. She said, honestly, like the best advice I can say, we'll put you on a higher dosage and just we'll check back in August and see. But she said, we'll check back in August. So I'm like, I said, okay. So I'm back on the pill again. And what was I gonna say? I'm back on the pill again, and so when I ordered it, I get a message. So I'm like, okay, well they're pills, though they should have them in the pharmacy. So I get a message and it says, sorry, these pills are on delay. So it's been delayed or whatever. So I'm just at this point where I'm super irritated. I'm like, here it is, like going on 2 weeks, like two weeks, and I still don't have my estrogen. Like this is ridiculous. So um about I want to say like couple of days ago they finally came, and so I went and got my pills, and thank God I have my estrogen pills now, but I had to wait 2 weeks to get them. Like I don't know like what is going on, but if like the government or the president sees this video, like please, Joe Biden, please make sure that we have enough. Like, does trans lives not matter? Like, where I need my estrogen. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is a health like hazard. This is like safety and health hazard. But I literally like I don't know if y'all ladies are going through the same thing, but like I went through hell getting my estrogen pills, and so I don't know. I'm just making this video to see if y'all are going through the same thing, or I would love to hear y'all stories in the comments down below. But yes, I got my estrogen. I'm back on the pills, and I hopefully my body is absorbing them, and everything like that. So um I don't know. I wasn't trying to do a rant or anything, but I did definitely wanted to let y'all know if y'all are going through a shortage too, it's hitting me too. So um yeah, but don't forget to like this video, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical.